there everyone, and welcome back to my channel this week. If you're new to this channel, then welcome to this calm space where I share my passion for everything baking, crafting, DIY and country home interiors. If you enjoy my content, then please like, subscribe and comment below. Furthermore, why not join our new growing community over on our Facebook group? It would be great to see everybody's projects so we can all admire each other's work, share top tips and support each other with any questions we may have. It was so lovely to see Sandra's shawl this week that she'd knitted and crocheted for her great niece, and how lovely as well it was to see Debbie's beautiful scrumptious Victoria sponge cake, and also for Sophie to share her rabbit that she'd made. It's absolutely wonderful and I just love to see everyone's creations. If you're interested in joining our group, then please see the link in the description below. It would be great to see you all over there. Until the end of May 2024, for your chance to get your name on my table, get a friend to like, subscribe and mention your name in the comments below. For those of you who were wondering what my big mistake was last week, here it is. I accidentally sewed the right-hand panel of my memo board on upside down, but it is hard to spot, fortunately, and you'll be pleased to know the memo board has gone to a really good home. Okay, so let's make a snippet roll. Last week I was gifted this fabric, which is for me is amazing. It was from a very good friend, and I thought it would be perfect actually for the backing fabric of my snippet rolls. I've taken inspiration from another YouTube channel that's made snippet rolls, and I will link the video down below. I'm going to do my own take on the snippet roll. So firstly, I've got a square piece of fabric, and I've protected my table as well because I'm going to be using this glue. And my plan is to spray this piece of fabric, and I'm going to use my scrap fabric. I've got lots of Liberty bits and bobs left over from other projects, and I'm going to randomly make a collage on this piece of fabric, stick them on, and then I'm going to cut this fabric into strips, and then I'm going to hand sew all the fabrics on to this piece of material. And then the idea is you can either use pegs or you can use old cotton reels, and you wrap the fabrics around, and they look really, really pretty, and you can embellish them, you can put buttons on them, and you can either use them as decoration or you can use them for things like making journals. I imagine, your imagination can go wild. What would you use a snippet roll for? Okay, so I'm going to first put this Liberty fabric on. Oh, that's stuck nicely. Then let's go for, I'll put this triangle on. It doesn't matter if they're overlapping because I say we're going to hand stitch them on anyway in the end. And I'm going to use my selvages as well. I always keep them, I think they're ever so pretty. As I'm doing this, I'm not worried about taking off threads of material or having regular shapes. It's all random scraps, all different shapes glued down. What I like about this is it doesn't matter how small your scraps are, you can find a gap for them. Put that one there. Let's find a small piece. That's quite small, but I mean usually what you're going to do with that. Where should we put it? Let's put it here. There's another really small piece. I'll put that on this selvage area. And I'm also going to at the end put some bits of lace that I have left from projects on as well to give it some interest. So some little buttons on, see these heart buttons? And yeah, you can use all different random bits and bobs you have. I think it will look really nice and colourful when it's done. So we're getting there, it's getting filled in. To be honest, it hasn't taken that long to do this. Now I've stuck all my bits of fabric onto the cloth, I'm now going to put some of my scrap laces on. So let me spray a one. And then one more. Where shall I put it? Let's put it here. Okay, so I'm now going to turn this over so I can see the edging, and I'm going to cut all these scraggly bits off the ends to square it up. So what I've decided to do, I'm actually going to do my first snippet roll on a wooden peg. So I've measured from here to there, and it's roughly about 1.5 inch. So I'm going to cut my material into 1.5 inch strips, and then we'll move on to the next process. So I'm now just doing a running stitch backwards and forwards, nothing fancy. And I'm also using my scrap bits of cotton from projects such as doing cross stitches. As I'm stitching, I'm ensuring that I try and grab each piece of fabric, because obviously some tiny pieces on here, I want to make sure that I sew them in. This reminds me a little of doing the Indian camphor quilts. I saw some of those recently in a shop in Brighton. Oh, they were beautiful. And I thought at the time, gosh, I could have a go at making one of those. It would be a labour of love. But I'm actually thinking at the moment of doing a project that will be a labour of love. So maybe that's an idea. What do you think? Do you think a camphor quilt would be a good idea? So this time when I've changed my thread, I've changed it to 3 different colours just to see what it comes out like. So I've used the original blue, and I've put a slightly darker blue and a pale pink in. So let's see what that looks like. That looks quite pretty. I guess there are no rules. Yes, the rules are there are no rules. Just do what's right for you. There, I've stitched this one, and it's, in my opinion, perfectly imperfect. Let me show you the back. Can you see? Yeah, it's not supposed to be perfect. It's a good job really, because as I say, I don't do perfect. I'm really happy with that. And what we can do, we can join on when they're stitched other pieces and make them longer. Gina, Louisa, Jennifer, Kim, Catherine, Paula, Debbie and Catherine, thank you for joining the Forever Our Home Facebook group this week. Thank you also to Rosa for her golden syrup top tip. And finally, a big thank you to Holly, CJ, Joy of Things, Beth, Debbie, Office Administrator 9316, Rola and my daughter Sophie. Thank you so much for your regular wonderful comments on my channel.